As the temperatures skyrocket nationwide, it's not just us humans feeling the heat. Our four-legged friends are panting under that soft fur coats too. But fret not, pet parents, because we've got the sizzling news on how to keep our pets nice and cool. Joining us today from the Best Friends Animal Society is Kristen Barney. She's the senior director from their West region. Welcome, Kristen.
Good morning.
Good morning. So any cool tips for how can we keep our furry friends chill and happy despite the rising temperatures that we're all feeling right now?
Yeah, we know this is a dangerous time for all of us in this heat, so we especially have to look out for our pets. So consider doing all of your outdoor activities in the coolest parts of the day, so early morning or later in the evening, and keep trips outside during the day to a real minimum, just so they can go outside and go to the bathroom and come right back in. Also, watch out for the temperature of the surface that they're walking on. Sidewalks, asphalt, even pressed dirt can be really hot and can burn their little feet and their little paws. If your dog absolutely has to be outdoors during the heat of the day, make sure that they have continued access to nice, adequate shade throughout the day, even as the sun moves through the sky, and make sure that they're not tethered. Pets that are tethered can get tangled and then they can be caught in direct sunlight without access to water. And finally, make sure all of your pets, indoors or outdoors, have access to nice, cool water throughout the day, because many won't drink their water, even if it's warm or too hot, even if they're feeling really thirsty or getting dehydrated.
Oh, that's good to know when it's getting warm. And I like that you mentioned as well, too, just when walking them on the pavement, the sidewalk, checking that. I know I take my flip-flop off real quick and I feel my foot on it. And if it's okay for me, I'm like, okay, I think we're good. And I wanted to ask, are certain pets more susceptible to the heat? Is there a breed that needs a little extra TLC?
Yeah, of course, we need to watch for all of our pets, but especially those that are a little bit older, some that might be carrying a few extra pounds. We need to watch out for them. Any that have a thicker coat, thicker fur, and then those that have little smushed up noses, that can be more difficult for them to cool themselves in this hot weather. And then some people might not know that pets that have bald spots or thinner coats may actually need sunscreen applied to their skin, but of course, consult your veterinarian before you're applying anything to your pet's skin.
Okay, I didn't know that. I didn't know that there was sunscreen for pets as well, too. So that's good to be cautious of and talk to your vet about. And we all know cars are a no-go for pets, but we still see it here and there. What's the real scoop on why it's a bad idea to put your pet in the car when it's this hot outside?
Yeah, it's never a great idea to keep your pets in the car. Many studies show that even in 70-degree weather, a car can heat up to 89 degrees within as little as 10 minutes or 104 degrees within just 30 minutes. And that's starting at a base temperature of 70 outside, not the 90s or the triple digits that we've been experiencing. And additionally, pets don't sweat, so they don't cool themselves the same way that we do, so they pant instead. And if they're in a closed car and they're panting, they're just recycling that hot or warm air, so they can't cool themselves. So it really is a dangerous situation, and best just not to leave your pets in the car, especially not if it's over 70 degrees.
Yes, leave them at home. You'll be back, but we definitely want to avoid them getting a heat stroke. And speaking of that, what are the telltale signs of heat stroke that pet parents should keep an eye out for?
And pets can't talk to us, so they can't tell us if they're feeling distressed. So we have to watch for the signals that they will give us. So if you see a lot of panting, that won't resolve even with rest. You might see vomiting, a lot of salivating. You might also see if they're weak or collapsing, or if they have a tongue that turns a color that's a dark red or even a purple color. Those are all signs that your pet might be experiencing some sort of heat-related illness.
Okay, all helpful tips to know. And if you could tell us a little bit about the work you do at the Best Friends Animal Society.
Best Friends Animal Society is a leading animal welfare organization, and we are working to end the killing of dogs and cats in America's shelters by the year 2025. And as a pioneer in the movement, we have helped to reduce the number of animals being killed from around 17 million every year to around 380,000, but that is still too many. So we are hoping to work with everyone in every community to make sure we can get that number to zero.
Yeah, definitely want to continue it and have it go down. Kristen, thank you so much for joining us today and keeping all of our pet owners informed about how to keep our pets safe in this heat. For more information, pounce on over to bestfriends.org.